today is finally the day I'm going to cut that hole in the garage floor. I've been putting it off, wondering whether or not I should do it, and you know, how I'm going to deal with it and all that other kind of stuff. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do it today. So I have to kind of make sure that, you know, wherever I run the cable up through the floor, that it's going to actually be functional, that it's not going to obstruct my workflow too much in that area. So let's go head on over here and take a look at it. Okay. So this is the area, and as you see back there, there's the main batteries, and there is the energy Kodiak. Get this out of the way. Unnecessary. So, I mean, there's all the plugs and stuff for it, but the RV plug is on the front side, which, I mean, I guess is pretty convenient, but in my particular case, it's kind of not. So if I swing the energy Kodiak over here and I put it right up against this wall, I need to have the hole like somewhere right in here, so when the energy Kodiak is sitting here, I can just push the main power plug right up through this hole and then plug it in. So I have to go in from underneath in this compartment and go up through that floor. So that is my predicament at the moment. I am trying to figure out, you know, exactly how big I need the hole to be, and I think it's going to end up having to be about 4.5 inch, not square, but maybe 4.5 inches long and maybe 2.5 to 3 inches wide in order to get it up through. So a few more measurements and I should have it down. I probably would have had all of this done a couple of days ago, but the sky opened up and it just kept raining and raining and raining some more. So not only have I had pretty much nothing but clouds, so I haven't been able to collect any like solar electricity, but I've been able to get any of my outdoor projects done whatsoever. Alright, now that I've got the energy Kodiak kind of turned around, so this is how it's going to sit, right? Let me kind of zoom in here. So the batteries are going to be in behind, and as I expand them out, like if I add maybe like, you know, 2 more or something, they'll still connect in the exact same place. And I got a little bit of extra cabling, so I got about a total of 2 feet just in case. Now I probably didn't need that much, but you know, it's pretty thick gauge wire, no big deal. And then the hole is just going to come up straight up through this floor, and that way I can just plug in the whole camper right into the energy Kodiak with that 30 amp RV plug. And then anything that I don't want running, I just unplug. So if I don't want to run, you know, like a lamp, I unplug the lamp. If I don't want to run, you know, anything else, I just unplug it. So this is the beauty of this particular system. Instead of having to have an inverter, you know, coming off of, you know, everything and having extension cords going everywhere, I have one port of entry, you know. I can switch it on and off, which for the most part it'll probably just be on all the time. I might scooch it out just a little bit more over here on this side so that I'm not obstructing the airflow. And I'll probably put like a whatchamacallit there. I'm probably going to put an air filter on that side, so that way I can filter the air coming through, because, you know, this is pretty close to the outdoors. You know, we want to eliminate external contaminants as much as possible. So I need to kind of figure out where I'm going to cut that hole, get that thing done, and make sure it's going to fit, plug in smoothly and easily. And once I'm finally done there, down here on this compartment, I have to cut out a small notch in here so that the cable, you know, because it's pretty thick gauge cable, so that it can lay perfectly, and then I can shut it, then the cable will route up into here and then up through here, and then bingo, bango, bongo. Let me just say this. drilling any kind of hole into your rig is just absolutely terrifying. I mean, honestly, you never know what you're going to hit down there. Hopefully nothing explodes. Because there is an electrical box right down here in this compartment. Let's see if it went all the way through. I don't think it did. Damn it! Come on, man. Cut me a break. Just one day. Well, the damage is done now. Nothing else I can do. Hey! That right there is all that separates you from the outside world when you're in a camper. There's not much more to it than that. 2 inches of styrofoam. Hey, there we go. Alright. I think that plug is going through there easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, okay, so some of you all are probably wondering why I had to cut such a big ass hole. It's because I use this big ass grip. And these big grips, I mean, they're super duper convenient to pull in and out of the electrical outlets at the campgrounds. But yeah, they're pretty daggone bulky. But now I didn't have to use this one. They do make other ones that are a bit smaller and don't have the power handle, the power grip. But I really like these. So I'm leaving mine on, and let's see if she goes up through this hole. Alright, so, oh shit. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it down in through that compartment. Yes, sir! Success! I mean, it's literally the perfect fit. On the angle, or straight forward. It'll hold itself up there. And then I can... Alright, so now the whole thing is in. So now I've got the whole RV plugged into my solar system. Just like that. That's how easy it can be. No inverters all over the place, no wires running all over the place, just one plug, and anything that I don't want running on the inside, I pull that crap out. But my next problem is that when I have the main cable down here, I have to sort of tuck it. So my first test, and let me pull this out. Don't need the saw anymore. Let's just see if I can make this work without, because I really don't want to cut a hole in this aluminum. So maybe I can just mush it. I can mush this. See, it's just kind of going up in there. And that one latch will hold. And this one should latch just fine. Sort of fine. Anyway, at least it won't look trashy when I'm boondocking somewhere. And then the plug just comes right up through that floor and then into that compartment. Done and done. But if I wanted to make sure that I could latch this, I'd want to cut just a small notch out of here, out of this door. I don't think I'd want to do it to the body panel. I think I would much prefer to do it to the door than underneath there in the body panel. I don't really have to. So whenever you're dealing, you know, like I realize that it's super duper easy to buy a brand new RV and then just go ahead and, you know, you start making modifications to it or whatever just because, you know, oh, I'm going to have this thing for years or whatever. It's completely different when you have sort of like an older vintage model of anything. You don't really want to make a whole lot of permanent, unfixable modifications, especially to the body style, anything like that, because whoever you sell it to, they may not like what you did, and they may not try and give you nearly as much for it. They don't make these anymore, so I try my best not to make any permanent modifications to this skin whatsoever. You just don't want to do that. And maybe it's just me. I mean, I see people all the time who are just modding the crap out of it or whatever, but I do not, under any circumstances, like to do that. I want it to be as original as possible, at least as far as the outer shell is concerned. The inside, don't care. Change that stuff up, mod it up, you know, spruce it up and make it your own. That's pretty much what we did. But as far as the outside of it goes, I've never wanted to do that. So I mean, I've still got the original taillights on here, on both. I've still got the original wheel cover on here. I still have the original awning cover, but I took it off because I really didn't want to carry the extra weight of an awning. I mean, if I really want shade that bad, you know, I can just go sit under a tree or whatever. It's not that hard to, don't be a lazy ass. It's not like I've got all those amenities and stuff on the outside anyway. I've got a little grill table out here stuck to the side of my camper and all that other kind of, you know, just random trash that helps entice people in order to buy a camper. I didn't need all that. I don't want all that. It's just extra weight. It's extra hassle. It's extra stuff to break. But if I ever want to put the awning cover back on, hey, I'm good to go. So I am so pleased that that mod went successful. I'm going to try and figure out how to insulate that little area, and hopefully it won't cause me too much problems anyway, because I'm going to stay in pretty warm climates all the time. Okay, so that's all I've got for you all today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you dig these older vintage Airstreams and you want to follow along on my adventures. I'm going to be leaving pretty soon. Within the next week, I'm leaving. I'm trying to spend more time with the family. They don't seem to be tired of me yet, and I did have a few extra projects to do anyway, so I was like, yeah, might as well get them done while I'm here. So anyway, thanks so much for watching yet another riveting episode of Avion Awesome. I'm your host, Puckett, and I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Peace out.